everybody, and welcome to the Fandom Flux podcast episode 100.
100.
Woo! Triple digits.
Yay. I'm your host, KCW, and with me we have Slicer.
Hello.
And Zero.
Hi.
Wow. Oh, okay. That's...
Dressed as a gimp, apparently. A sailor gimp.
A gimp at sea.
I revealed!
Nice.
Video podcast, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to
You people
whatever
asked
this
for it.
is. Yeah.
I've got so many other things I could have put on. I have so many hats. But I decided against it. I also wanted to have my dad appear on this podcast, but he didn't want to.
Oh. Sad now.
That's a shame. All right, and we have... I'm going to see if I can switch cameras with the keyboard. So, Kenshi! Everybody say hi to Kenshi.
Hey. Hi.
Hello.
I'm Kenshi618. And if you've forgotten who I am, I'm going to find you so you'll never forget again.
Slicerness presented Kenji 618 to everyone.
I have it set so it just looks at Casey. I'm wondering how I switch it back to what it... So it looks in order to make it sound. Oh, there it goes. Okay, never mind. Found it.
That's what you get for messing with stuff.
You found a way to switch the camera for people talking? Is that what you said?
Yeah. If you click on somebody, it just looks at them. If you click on them again, it looks at anyone who makes sound. So, yeah. That's not what presenting is, apparently.
Okay, that's not
Now we
for me,
present
so-
Kenshi.
Fuck it, whatever. I'll just do it by hand. Alright. And we're still on Kenshi for no apparent reason. So, as usual, what we start with is what we're starting with is what we're doing. So what have we been doing? Slicer.
Nothing. I've been doing college. That's it. I mean, I made some stuff. I bought a science lab coat, and then I tore off the sleeves, sewed up the seams or whatever, and so now I have a wizard coat. Yeah.
Okay, I don't even know how you would argue against that. Okay. Yeah. You have a wizard. Congratulations on your new wizard coat, Slicer. That's
Thank you.
great.
It's a knee-length white coat is what I would needed. So, yeah, there you go. I
Dye
made
it blue.
these.
Dye it blue, sew some stars on it or something. Like those.
Yeah, they're throwaways for an assassin. I made 3 layers of foam, taped them up with sports tape, and then taped a paper shuriken onto them. Because why the hell not?
Okay.
Effective?
Anything else you've been doing this week, Slicer?
That's it. Nope.
That's literally it.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's the first week of college. I'm busy.
Fair play. Zero. Go Zero.
So,
By the way,
I've
Zero,
been...
everyone knows your name now because that's the way Hangouts works. So
Oh, it's
everyone
fine.
say hi, Jeff.
Hi, Jeff.
My name is Jeff. I think they already know anyways at this point. So this week, my Deadpool wallet came in the mail. So I ordered this from GameStop, and it was 13,000 points. So look at that.
What a coincidence. I also ordered a Captain America wallet from GameStop that came in the mail last week, and it looks like this.
Marvel wallets, go!
I'm better. I have a Halo wallet.
Yeah, but was it technically free?
Yeah.
Hang on, show it off again, Slicer. I missed that. Okay. Yeah.
Flex, so that's what she said.
Okay.
It wasn't free. I bought it in the store. It wasn't a rewards card. Though if it was, I would be able to afford it. I have a lot of points. I haven't spent them ever.
You should get little crap like we do.
I try. I look, and there's nothing good there. It's always either sold out or it's shit.
I didn't even want this wallet. I just figured that it's the only thing I might end up using off that site. So
I'll show you guys my current wallet, or my previous wallet.
So... I found the chair spinning funny for some reason.
Like, look at this. Look at this disgusting old Mass Effect wallet. Like, look at it.
I
What
can't even
makes
see
it
the.
Mass Effect?
I can't even see the
It's
design
see,
on
it
it.
used to
has
say
an
Mass
A7 on
Effect there.
Oh,
Oh,
That's...
that's it?
Wow.
And it used to have, and it used to say N7 here, but I can't really see it.
Yeah, that that wallet kind of got worse and worse as the years went on, didn't it? It's
Yeah, it kind
almost
of became
symbolic.
Mass Effect 3.
Yeah, that's how that works. Okay.
Because when I first got it, it was like in the golden age of Mass Effect.
Mass Effect 1. That'd be then.
I think so. It was a long time ago when I got that.
Okay. Anything else?
I got the mid shift for the most part of the time for my work. The thing about mid shift is you get in at 12 and you just leave at 4. And
Yeah,
at
I know that
KFC, that is the time when you have to make the least amount of chicken.
Yeah.
So what you do is you make like 1 or 2 batches of chicken, and then you clean, and then you sit around and do nothing, and that's it.
Okay. I would say that's probably the best shift, except I do that shift too, and it is pretty similar as far as my job goes. So yeah, that starts to suck after a while because you end up you watch the clock after a while.
Yeah, it gets really boring because all you're doing is you're like, oh, I guess I can clean this. I mean, I don't really have to. Nobody's making me, but I want to do something.
you guys don't have enough imagination.
Imagination.
4-hour shifts where you do nothing are tailor-made for people with imagination who can just space out and think about nothing. If you can't do that,
Well,
it's
to be fair, it's been
unfortunate.
helping me pump out more Wild Blade chapters, which
And
is
welcome
like,
to hunting. That's what hunting is. You sit there and think for hours, and then you shoot something. So it's kind of cool.
Same as fishing, only
And
there's
then you
no
shoot
guns.
other than that, I don't know what possessed me, but I got up at like I couldn't fall asleep one night, so I ended up reading this manga at like the middle of the night, and I just kind of like read all of it, and it's called Anna Satsujin, or translation name is Peephole, and it's about this.
I don't even know how to spell that.
And it's about this guy tries to commit suicide by hanging himself on his wall in his room in his apartment. But the thing he's hanging himself on can't support his weight and crashes down, and he's able to see through a small hole in the wall into the next room. So he sees this girl, and he goes into full creeper mode, and he's like watching this girl, and then he watches her commit a murder. And then he realizes this girl who lives next to me is a serial killer. And it evolves into a weird sort of romance between a former suicidal and a serial killer. And he gets involved with all these other psychos and everything, and it was really weird. It was an experience. It was an experience.
Okay.
Okay.
Fair enough. Ken, Peephole, manga. Just write that down.
Peephole manga, is that what, like, he said the actual name, I can't spell it, so.
Yeah.
Or Zero can type it down and send it to Kenshi. Either way, don't care. Just need it for the link dump.
Don't we have a chat? I mean, there's a chat function there at the top left. Put it in there.
I just dropped it in the Skype group.
Yep, that works. Anything else?
I mean, I could show off my weapons, but we can do that later.
That works.
God, you love weapons.
I have a lot of weapons. I don't think I have enough though. I need at least a battle axe. Once I have a battle axe, I think I'll start to finally get the armory together. So, yeah, that was pretty much it for me, as far as I can remember at this current moment.
Okay, I will go next, I suppose. And this came in the post of the weekend. Yay! Look at my awesome ring.
Yeah.
He's so happy about it.
It's so awesome. I still kind of want the other 6. So that's, most of my paychecks gone for the next
6
6
months?
months, I
Yeah.
suppose. Yeah.
There's nothing about you that screams Blue Lantern whatsoever. You'd be the worst Blue Lantern ever.
Don't judge me.
You're pretty cynical.
Yeah.
Do you know? Yeah, there's nothing about you that screams hopeful. So
Can I be the Blue Lantern?
No.
No.
I don't know. You can't either. None of us can.
Maybe.
None of us are hopeful enough.
Of the 4 of us, I think Zero would be the closest.
Probably,
think.
yeah.
Ken would be green. No one can really question Ken being the Green Lantern with his
that's a good
bullshit bravado, winning over everything else. Just, I'm gonna fucking do this, and that's what's gonna happen. Nothing's gonna stop me. Yeah, he's nodding because he knows we're absolutely right about that. Okay, I don't know what the fuck Slice would be.
Orange. Avarice.
Yeah, I could see that.
Yeah. Yeah,
I was gonna
it
say
makes
gray
sense.
like me. Yeah.
That's...
Yeah, the grey
Yeah,
light of apathy.
You couldn't do anything. The second you wanted to do something, it would power down.
Yeah. It's basically the power of, I want to do this because it will let me sit on my ass and do nothing for more of my time. So yeah, okay, I guess I could do that.
Okay.
If it lets me
See,
be
my
lazy.
life's motto is laziness through efficiency, so I think I would be the most powerful Grey Lantern ever. Because I do the thing right away, and I can sit on my ass.
Well, in fairness, the most powerful Grey Lantern would basically be, can do the most stuff while still technically being apathetic.
Can do
Yeah.
the most stuff while still technically doing nothing.
Yeah. So yeah, I think me and Slice would end up being Grey Lanterns. Whose emblem is just a guy shrugging, by the way.
Yeah.
Ah,
Okay. Right. So I got the ring, like I said. Yay, it's awesome. I'm probably going to end up getting the other ones. Or at least some of them. I'm still very much on the fence about getting the Star Sapphire Vibrant Pink Star emblem ring. That's...
if you're a real man, you could wear it.
Are you confident in your masculinity?
I
You
am,
also
I
don't
just
have
don't like
to
pink.
wear it.
You don't have to wear it, in fairness. I'm
If
actually
you're buying
kind
the
of
whole
tempted...
set, I mean,
I'm kind of tempted to buy all 7 and have them sized differently so I can put them on each of my fingers at the same time.
I don't see why not.
I thought that's what you were going for in the first place.
You're going
same
for
here.
a Mandarin type approach. You know that, right?
Yeah.
You
Well,
know
there's
your
only 9
power
of them.
rings.
I could ask and see if I can get a custom Grey Lantern ring. That way I could have 10
you could.
rings.
What would you even make that out of? What stone is gray?
There's plenty.
Rock? Granite?
Quartz? I
What
suppose?
stone is gray, Slicer? I can name a lot of stones that are gray. Like
Well, yeah,
a stone.
It's basic granite, though. They're all made out of precious metals.
Actually,
so,
no. I think the yellow one, the indigo one, and the orange one are just colored quartz. So, yeah,
all right then.
you could probably
Yeah.
just get a clear quartz ring and it's fine. That'd work for a Grey Lantern. Aside from that, I'm doing pretty okay at work because I sold about £1,500 worth of mobility equipment. Well, technically one of them was a recliner chair, but still. That's actually surprisingly, that's a lot of stuff for me to sell, which is, I'm not a salesman, so
Good for
Apparently
working
you
on
are.
Salesman money.
Yeah.
all of a sudden I'm kind of okay at my job. I did not expect that to happen.
That's weird. I can't handle this reality.
Where Casey's good at something.
Yeah. There.
What kind of reality is that?
Aside from that, I downloaded the Nier soundtrack. It is a really good soundtrack.
And it's pretty good.
Pretty...
It's repetitive in game because I listen to it for hours. I grind games, so
Yeah. Well, most games you end up playing for like 40 hours straight. most decent games anyway. So yeah, eventually any game you're going to get sick of the soundtrack while you're playing it. But on its own, it's a really, really good soundtrack. And it's made me want to play the game again. So at some point I'm going to have to find out my PS3 and buy a copy of it for that. And play that again. Because that's a really good game. It's a really good game. Aside from that, I don't think I've done that much. Did a bit more recording of Dark Souls with Slicer, which... Yeah.
It went better than last recording session.
Technically speaking. I don't know whether he's counting the time where we recorded for 2 minutes and then had to stop because his connection died. Or whether
I wasn't even going to count that one.
Or whether he means the time before that where I rage quit the game.
I always watch that Let's Play on and off. Like, I always end up like skipping a few episodes or something. I remember once I saw you guys talking about somebody writing themselves in the corner and you brought my name up. I was like, hey, that's a reference.
Yeah. I think the one where I rage quit is the one that came out yesterday. So if you want to watch that one, because apparently you guys like to watch me suffer. And,
oh yeah, it's delicious.
Is it the one where you, the first time you died in that episode, you fucking pretty much walked into flames that you were using to trap an enemy?
No.
I think that was one of the deaths.
It wasn't this time, the time that I rage quit. No, the first time I died was against the boss of that side area in the DLC. Then the second time was when I said, yeah, I'm done with this DLC, and decided to go back to the main plot, and got killed by a mimic.
Yeah.
And then died to just some standard enemies immediately after that. And that's pretty much the point where I said, fuck this game, and I'm done.
You know, Let's Play we need to update more. Mount your friends.
That is going up this weekend on Sunday.
I can't wait. I'm so excited. That's when I got my mad hops.
Yes, it is. And where we all slightly hated you for it. That was the episode where we were building the giant tower, and we were all cheering each other on because it was so awesome. Even Ken, who is kind of shit at the game, was doing
Hey, I got
okay.
better by the end. I actually won the last game.
Sure. I don't remember that happening, but I'll take his word for it.
I was jumping around at the speed of sound. It was great.
That's not the way the line goes, but also you jumped around at the speed of sound off of the edge of the thing we were building.
Don't spoil it. Spoil it the best.
Yeah, fair play. Alright. Aside from that, did I do anything aside from that? I feel like I played a game. I don't remember what the game was. I read a bunch of stuff. I remember reading a bunch of stuff. I think I talked about doing an XCOM Let's Play of Long War.
Yeah, you mentioned that, yeah.
Still 2 minds on actually doing that, to be honest.
Do it.
We'll see what happens. I'll have a go. Well, I'm on the, horrible week of hell, of horribleness next week. So probably not starting that next week. Just saying.
Well, yeah.
But, I'll have a go at some point, and we'll see how that goes. I'm not so great on my own. I prefer to have someone to bounce off of, but we'll see what happens. That's my week, I think, for the most part. Let's move on to Kenchua.
Okay, so my last few weeks have not been very eventful because I did not have internet for most of them.
Yeah, we know.
Wow, I wonder what that's like.
I'm sorry, Slicer. I mean, I'm not from Iowa, so I don't know what that's like normally.
Yeah.
Even my backup didn't work. So that's why I wasn't on for the last 2 weeks. Yeah, didn't work so well, if you remember. So that's why I wasn't on for that. You remember I tried to be on for one episode. That didn't work.
Yeah. You were in for like 5 minutes, and we started the call while we were talking about how disappointed we were in you. It's fun. Sorry.
Yeah.
So anyway, I got an update on the Kenshi 618 injury report.
Oh God.
Right.
I have a bruised sternum now.
Like soft tissue bruising or bone bruising?
I don't know. That would imply that I went to the doctor to see.
Oh, right, of course. Fair enough. Those are expensive.
Oh right,
So,
you guys
yeah.
don't have free healthcare. Okay.
No, we don't.
Mm.
We're not in Canada.
I wish we were Canada.
It would be kind of cool.
Quick, everybody go to Canada.
I probably might go to Canada. Canada is sounding really attractive right about now for multiple reasons.
It's cold. out.
Cold, but
That's
I mean,
nice.
it's cold as pitch
Let's
here.
all get a Fandom
So-
Flux house in Canada.
That'd be
We
awesome.
could paint it purple and put a fan on the front.
Yeah.
Sure.
Right. People
We-
would
Oh
think,
wait,
Have
wait. We should get a Fandom Flux boat. You know, like the river boats in Florida with the fans on the back, and then we paint that purple, and then we have a Fandom Flux
Right.
boat.
We get like a big fan that's like a wind generator.
I mean,
And
people
paint
would,
it purple.
if we did the boat thing, people would think we were gay, but whatever, that sounds awesome anyway.
Sure, why not? Have I mentioned there was a house with a mustache on it in the town I live close to?
No, you did not. Why have you never told me this before?
Yeah.
It sounds-
There was a very eccentric woman who lived in a white house, and she decided it wasn't enough, so she painted a mustache on the front of it.
That's the way to live. That's
Yeah.
how you should live your life.
that's a hot
Yeah,
way to
just
live.
random one day you just decide, my house needs a mustache. Yeah.
Yeah.
She stole my
Yeah.
passion.
Mustache.
Facial hair for your house.
Mustache. Mustache.
Where's your mustache? Put your mustache on.
Mustache. Mustache.
Did you pick that up specifically to make that joke for this episode?
No, I've had this for a while.
I've got to admit, I was tempted to just, the last time these guys saw me, I had a beard. And I was very tempted to just shave it all off except for the moustache, so I could do the moustache bit as soon as we came on. But I changed my mind. I had to deal with customers today, okay? I didn't need to look like a pedophile. So,
Mustache.
sorry, Kenji, you were saying,
So yeah, I have a bruised sternum, and I don't know how I got it, which is
you
really
don't
special.
know.
I don't know. I don't know the chain of events that led to it happening.
Here's what happened. You lived.
Apparently,
That's what
All I
Kenji
know-
does. Kenji lives, guys.
all I know is I was at practice, and then all of a sudden my chest hurt really bad when I inhaled, and it continued on like that for 4 more hours.
So you're telling me you were at fighting practice and you injured yourself breathing?
No, I was doing something. I don't remember what it was. I noticed when I started trying to take actual breaths, like deliberate breaths, it hurt. And that's when I realized there's something wrong. Oh no, my sternum. Because it wasn't my ribs. It was the big old bone that goes right down the middle. So yeah, that night was horrible. Oh, and the next day, sneezing was a bitch.
I imagine it
was
would be.
It was the worst pain ever. Sneezing was worse than anything else that happened. You can't even imagine all the pressure just pressing against your rib cage and sternum has nowhere to go but that place, and when it's already hurt, it's just like an explosion in your chest, and it's not fun for anyone. It's
Okay.
awful.
Okay.
Bad time. Bad time.
Yeah, it sounds like it. Anything aside from that, Ken? Aside from
In
your
addition,
new injury?
yeah, by the way, I never got to tell the fans this. I got promoted at work. Yay.
Oh yeah.
Yay.
Did you not
Nice
tell
job.
the fans? I could have sworn. Oh well.
I don't remember. I might have. I don't remember because it's been so long since I've been on. And also, my brain not work so good because I work 11-hour days now because I'm not supposed to, but I kind of am responsible for everything on a given.
Uh-oh.
For temporarily to prove you were competent.
Okay, since I'm capturing, I should let everyone in the crew know that we just froze up for a second, so I missed the last few seconds.
Oh. Well, nothing important was said. I work 11-hour days and whatnot because I have responsibilities, and if I don't get my shit done, the show don't go on. So I need to make sure I get it done.
Yeah.
So until I'm actually good at that part of my job, it's going to be awful and very long days.
You'll get there. It's like, because you have to write the entire show, right? That's...
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, if there's ever been anything that was said about you when you were writing stories, well, you're still writing stories, but, you know, it was that you were prolific. You wrote, like, what, the equivalent of 10 novels in the space of a year? That's kind of a lot. So...
Yeah. And last thing on my docket, because I have not had time to actually write fan fiction, I actually decided to start working on an original work. I just need an artist and whatnot.
Yay!
And I know artists, so
Yeah.
I might be coming out with something that might make money. Probably won't, but hey, whatever.
Yeah. Man can dream.
So I will let
Hey,
the
Kindle
general...
novel market is a good one. You make a novel for $1, people buy it, you make like $100. It's easy.
Yeah. So whenever that starts to come to fruition, I will let the general population know so you can all get out and cop that and make me rich.
I'll buy that.
Of course you will. I know you will, Zero. Zero is a Kenshi-holic. Zero can't live without
That's
Kenshi
not a
Hall.
word that needed to exist. Okay.
Yeah. That's it. Okay.
Alright. There is something else I'd like to mention before, sorry to interrupt you, Ken, that we did get a message on YouTube from, what was it, Creative Media?
Creative Media TV.
Yeah,
The most
that's-
creative title.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was a scam, but it was an invitation to a network.
Yeah. He sent that to us, and he's like, "Hey guys, I think I don't know how, like, I'm not sure how legit this is." So I looked into it, right? And on their website, they're like, "Okay, if you have like 1 million subscribers, you get like 110% of your ad revenue. But if you have less than 1,000, you only get 60% of it. But it's okay because we'll help you advertise." And it was like I looked, they had a YouTube video up. I looked, they had like way more dislikes than likes. And they had one comment that says, "I keep getting spammed by all these messages." And they responded, it was the most just, "This is a bot" type of spawn you could ever see. And I was just like, this is garbage.
I'm linking the site, by the way.
Yeah. Yeah, add it to
Gonna link
up,
it.
Yeah.
Sure.
It's a thing we should do.
Like it was the worst scam I'd ever seen. It was just so badly
I've
done.
seen worse scam. Come on, Zero. Like,
Okay,
you're telling me
it
this
was
was
the word.
worse than
It was
Prince of Nigeria.
okay, not as bad as that, but it was pretty poorly conceived.
If you think that
So-
was the worst one you've ever seen, I have some like boner pills to sell you.
I think I've said this before, but I have a really bad memory, so I don't remember a lot of scams. So this is the worst one I remember that I've seen.
Okay. Yeah. So we got that message, and that's okay. That's a shitty scam for YouTube networks, but you know, we got noticed by the shitty scam YouTube network, so that's progress.
It's pretty cool. Yeah.
Sure.
We're getting noticed by something.
Yeah.
Great. You guys take that and run with it.
Okay. Anything else, Ken?
Nope. That's pretty much it for me.
All right. Who the fuck have I
I've
talked
got
to
two
yet?
things before we continue.
Okay.
One, I can't tell time, so I actually have 2.5 hours. And two, I don't know if you can see it, but I did put on the coat. So it's kind of like a captain's coat.
I think everybody's just happy that we don't have to like cut you out early or anything. So
Yeah.
Okay. Once
Also,
again,
if you want to see me... What?
go ahead.
You can go. All right. If you want to see me, it's my super fucking nerdiest. This is a spell ball. And I have to say force bolt, and I can throw it when I play.
you have to say it 3 times, or just
Yep.
once.
Yeah.
You-
Once
okay.
once I level up and earn fireballs, it's like the flames of... I don't know. I evoke the flames to my command, and I gotta say that twice.
I evoke the flames of wrath to my command.
Yeah. That's... Yep.
as I said in the Dark Souls Let's Play, Slicer has evolved to a higher level of nerd than the rest of us.
Yep.
Which is a feat in itself, considering we're all fanfiction writers. So
He's on a different plane, man. I can't even get on his level.
yeah, and as I was trying to interrupt Slicer earlier, he really can't tell time, audience. Like, really. As in,
It's a
I
problem.
send him the time that we record in his time zone. I work it out for him, and he still gets it wrong.
Yeah. That's what happens when you stay up till like 5 in the morning. Yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry. What did I just do last night? In the night
Yeah, I
before?
know. And you've admitted you're frazzled and yeah, not all there.
Fair enough.
Okay, has Zero gone? Zero's gone.
I
Ken's
went,
gone.
yeah.
Slice is gone. I've gone. Right? We good?
Yay.
Yep.
Yeah.
Everyone's done what they did. Yay. Okay, so which are we going to do first? Are we going to do the topic or are we going to do the 100 list?
Can I show off my weapons? Anybody else got weapons or stuff they want to show off first?
I've got
Not
my
within
show
reaching.
off, so-
Not within reach.
Or anything
I
cool?
think Kenji's weapons are right here on this camera right now, so he's okay.
Like, I've got my katana set, so there's this. This one's a bit rusty. I need to get this fixed, but yeah. Then, yeah. Likewise, smaller one.
Not that we can see that.
Yeah. And the Tonto for committing seppuku. So, yeah.
Fun.
Cool.
Whenever I'm ready.
Seppuku. Seppuku.
Seppuku.
Dumbass.
I like to say it like I said it like that on purpose, idiot.
It doesn't stop you from being a dumbass, idiot.
Yeah.
All right. Well, here's my mask. I've got like
Oh, your other
my
good
other-
mask. Okay.
I've got like another mask inside. It's the Rey Mysterio one, but I don't want to go all the way to my closet because I'm lazy. Here's my.
So many luchador masks because he's part Mexican, don't you know?
I'm a fourth Mexican actually.
You mean a quarter?
Here's my Dark Legend Zelda sword for Dark Link. Dangerous skill. I don't take this. It's a thick sword.
Is it an
like,
actual
it's really
sword or is
heavy.
it just like blunt?
It is blunt, but it is a big hunk of metal, and if you hit somebody with this, it will hurt.
Yeah, there comes a point where it doesn't really matter if it's sharp or not. I got the regular.
Here's my Krabby Master
there.
sword that broke off on the side.
Oh,
See it? Look how
Oh,
inferior this is. This was the first sword.
I know, but that's kind of, defined by the fact that it's a master sword and that kind of shit anyway. But, yeah, whatever.
Yeah, they're not great.
This one's actually really sharp on the point. Like, it is astonishingly sharp.
Ah, so it's kind of like a rapier now. That's kind of awesome.
And then I got
Yes,
this
I do
in...
insist on pronouncing it like that.
You
I
just
got
wanted
this
to
in
say the word
Chinatown.
actor, didn't you?
Yeah, I did.
I got this in Chinatown, where it's kind of got like it's kind of like a staff, and then it pulls apart into two sort of knives.
Why?
He likes weapons.
You've reached the point of absurdity. I mean, I use this stuff. I mean, you don't.
And my uncle, then he also gave me the ninja star, the Chinese ninja star. So it's like that. So you can just kind of like more like this and go.
Mm,
I have the 3-1. My brother has the 4-1 upstairs.
yeah.
That's it in terms of swords. I had a Zangetsu, and it was just humongous. It would not even fit on. It would not fit on this screen. It would just kind of be like really big.
It is a big sword, so.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I gave it to one of my friends for Christmas, so
Oh,
I was being really nice.
Jeff gives good presents. Everyone remember that.
Apparently.
my place for weird exotic weapons closed down, so I can't even go.
My
in
place
there
for weird
anymore.
exotic weapons is either Chinatown or Sec Anime.
Just general Chinatown, no specific location. You just go to
There's
Chinatown.
tons of No, go to Chinatown in San
Go to
Francisco. Go down to Chinatown in San Francisco. You will find several stores just loaded with weapons.
Go to Chinatown, throw a rock. It'll probably land in front of a storefront that sells something sharp.
They had like a wicked dragon battle axe type thing, but I didn't get it because it looked super evil. It looked like it was going to curse me.
Those are the kinds of
That
weapons
means
you
you should
want.
get it.
My mom was there, and she'd be all like, "This is super evil. You should get rid of it." And I'd be like, "I know."
What if you master it? Then its power is yours. Don't you know how
that's how it
cursed
works,
weapons
totally.
work?
They have a ton of just sword and weapon shops down there in Chinatown. It's kind of ridiculous. Yeah, and then Sec Anime is where I get things like this Master Sword right here, or I have a Oblivion Keyblade over there on the wall. I'm gonna go grab that.
Oh god. Okay. It
Oh,
doesn't
he's
end,
busy.
does it?
He likes his weapons. I'm imagining like a pile that's like 4 feet high next to his chair with weapons that he discarded.
See, this thing is like wooden though, so with a little chain.
You see a lot of those at conventions.
Yeah. So I can
And
technically,
actual metal ones.
so I can technically carry this around because it's not an actual weapon. Let's see. That's it for all the weapons I have on me right now. Anybody else got anything?
All the ones he has on him. He says,
No, actually, that's it for all my weapons. Other than the Zangetsu that I gave away and my brother's Ninja Star, which I don't want to go up and get because it's too much effort. That's all the weapons I have.
Yeah, I don't have any of my weapons within reach. They're on the basement. I do have a Bakken in here somewhere.
A what?
Wooden
Okay.
sword.
wooden sword.
Oh, wait, no, I do have some practice nunchucks as well. I used to have a bow staff, but that broke.
How are practice nunchucks a thing? Kind
They-
of dangerous as they're
They're
gonna
covered in
get.
They got like a plastic thing over them so they don't hurt when you
Crack your face.
Oh, okay. I was thinking more nut shots than face shots, but sure. Okay.
No, if you ever nut shot yourself with nunchucks, it's not great.
Gonna feel it no matter what kind of padding you have. Well, okay. I can attest that nut shots with foam stuff hurts like a bitch. Yeah.
I got hit in the nuts a lot when I did Taekwondo. Like I once did a jump kick, and I got hit in the nuts in midair from the other person's kick. I just fell to the ground in pain.
I get
You know,
kicked
they
in the ball.
suggest wear it for a reason.
Yeah.
I mean, it's one thing to get hit in the balls, but you fall to the ground afterwards because you were in midair. It just kind of is sad.
Yeah, I get kicked in the balls at least once of practice. Either for actual fighting or professional wrestling. I get kicked in the balls at least once of practice. It's not cool.
Oh,
You can't no sell that.
some of you might remember the
Zero, really?
original, like the original recipe episode where I burnt myself and I was talking about.
He remembers the name. That's
Yeah. This is the glove, or this is the model of glove I was using. And this is the hole where all the oil came in. Because I went a little bit too deep. So I was like, oh, I'm just going to go reach in with the chicken. I got my tongs. Ah! Like that.
Masterful recreation.
yeah, it was one thing I was about to say.
Yeah. I mean, there's a whole long story, and it's like episode 7 or something.
I think it might have been episode 4, to be honest with you. First one you were on.
No, episode 4 was Love Stories to Crackle.
How does he know these things? Even I don't know these things. I wrote them.
Because that's the episode I first appeared on.
Okay.
Fair enough.
Okay.
Oh,
Pop
yeah.
quiz. What running joke appeared in episode 11?
Oh no.
Condom Depot.
Oh yeah, that was Condom Depot, wasn't it?
Was it? That was a
Was it
guess.
actually? I
No.
didn't actually know the answer to that question.
I don't think actually.
What?
Wait. No. Condom Depot was.
Condom
What was
Depot
it?
was the Christmas episode.
Yeah, that was a Christmas episode. That might have been 13. I'm not sure.
I don't know.
Actually, I think that was episode 13. Was Condom Depot.
Okay. Maybe it was episode 11 was Mullet House. I think Mullet House was somewhere around there.
Mullet House.
Okay. We're gonna move on to a thing. Okay. Which are we going to do first? Are we going to do the topic or are we going to do the 100 list?
A topic would be shorter in my opinion, so we think we should do
Yeah.
that.
Topic first.
Okay. So, Zero, what was the topic again?
Defeat means friendship. I think
Oh, that was such a good lead-in for me. I said, Zero, what topic are we going to do? And I was ready to switch to Zero, and then Kenshi jumps in with the answer. Zero, you suck.
well, he doesn't know. It's not written anywhere.
It isn't. In fact, I kind of wasn't sure what you guys had decided on. Nobody told me.
You need to be more...
I didn't know you were
You
going
were
to be...
in the...
Nobody told me we were going to be doing that first. I forgot what it was. We were all throwing around topic ideas. I wasn't paying attention.
You were focused on showing off your weapons. Or the thought
Yeah.
of showing off your
I wanted to
weapons.
show everyone my sword.
You didn't swing it, though.
But
You
no,
can't swing
don't.
his
Don't.
sword.
Why would you ever swing your
Don't.
sword?
There. This is a heavy sword. I'm not even kidding.
The
It's really
entirety
heavy.
of that swing was outside of the camera. Basically, we saw
Yeah.
your arms move. Oh, okay. So the topic was... What was the topic again, Ken?
Defeat means friendship.
Thank you,
Come on,
Ken.
camera. What
Okay.
are you-
Right. So,
Why are you manually controlling the camera? Just let it go to whoever's talking.
it doesn't do it automatically for me for whatever reason.
Are you
It doesn't do
highlighting
it for me.
something?
Nope.
Is there a setting for that?
Just click on somebody and then click on them again. It might reset it.
Okay.
That
Oh,
did it.
yeah, now it's working for me.
Oh yeah, so it is. That's great. I'm still on
Yeah,
zero
you
for
people
some reason,
suck.
but you know, now it's Slicer. It doesn't automatically go to me because this is me on camera, so that's not a great solution. I will work something
Well,
out if we do this again, so it's fine. Okay, so
What? What? What?
nothing at all.
What are you doing?
The fuck are we doing? Defeat means friendship is the name of the topic. And guess what that is? Defeat means friendship is obviously, in a shonen work or similar. A fight goes on, duking it out. They're great, arch rivals and such and such and such and such. Evil. I'll fight you to the death and such and such and such. And then one of them wins and then the other one is immediately their friend. Or very soon after, their friend. So,
Vegeta.
well, yes.
Yeah, he's one.
It's
Is he
how
really
I-
a friend, though?
What do you have on your head, Slicer?
All
It's
of
the
Goku's
sleeve when I
friends.
cut off the coat.
Oh my god.
Okay.
Okay.
Has everyone just sort of lost their minds a little bit with the
Yes.
whole
I've
camera
just been on
What-
camera.
What are you talking about? This is the stuff we always do. You just never see it.
Yeah, it's true,
Yeah,
actually.
pretty much. I'm assuming you're laughing at me eating like hash browns. Yeah,
Yeah.
I do this stuff all the time. I'm just never on camera when I'm doing it. So yeah.
Okay.
But anyway, back to the topic. All of Goku's friends in Dragon Ball Z are people whose asses he beat at one point.
Yeah.
Actually that's true.
Krillin, Yamcha,
Tien.
Tien and Chatsu,
Wait, was
Yajirobe.
He was just a fellow student, wasn't he?
He was a fellow student, but then
Yeah, but they
Goku
had a
kicked his ass.
competition and
Yeah.
they were competing with each other.
Yeah.
Oh, fair enough.
Freaking
Piccolo.
Piccolo.
Does Piccolo count? Did Goku actually fight Piccolo Jr.?
Yes, he did. Yes, he did.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
He
did.
fought. He shot through the chest of Piccolo, and then he aged up, and then he beat Piccolo Jr. in a tournament.
Okay.
And Piccolo
Um,
Jr. blew a hole through his chest, but he missed all of his vital organs.
yeah,
Didn't do that the second time though, did he?
No, he got his aim better.
Okay. So yeah, this is, as far as manga is concerned, this is obviously something that has, I don't know whether it was originated from Dragon Ball. I know it was probably popularized with Dragon Ball.
I think it's
Probably.
been around for a while. I mean, even in Yu Yu Hakusho, which it was the anime was out like a year after Dragon Ball, but they still like did the same thing, where two of the main characters were joined because they were beaten, and Kuwabara got beat so many times that he's surpassed that trope.
God damn it, I love Kuwabara.
He's awesome, yeah.
Can we just talk about Kuwabara for a second?
Kuwabara was so awesome. He was inspirational.
You know what?
And his
Chris
theme music
Sabat
is
just
awesome.
gets the best roles, doesn't he, Chris Sabat? It's just, I don't know how that keeps happening, but he's always the best characters somehow.
He's also, it was pretty popular in Ipo, actually. A lot of the enemy boxers eventually became friends. Or friendly, at least.
Oh, Ipo, yeah.
Yeah.
I think it's a concept that's been around a long time, where you beat your enemy, you earn their respect, and then they become your friend because you spoke through swords. Basically, it's the concept. You were able to communicate your feelings with your fists, and you were able to understand each other through fighting and clashing. Is the idea that really drives it, supposedly. So,
Okay.
what's your guys' opinions on this? Like,
It can be overdone. Eventually, at some point, vengeance needs to be wrought.
Yeah. At some point, you need to have someone die in one of these conflicts and just have it be over. Otherwise,
There's no
There's-
And
consequence.
have them actually be dead. Not like Dragon Ball Z dead.
Frieza was dead, and everybody was okay with it, and then they brought him back for a movie,
And everyone was still okay with it.
and everyone was still okay with it.
yeah, they could sing the theme song again. Everybody wins.
Cell was dead, and then he was in hell, and then they had fun there.
Wait, hell as in with Gauze and Maze? That hell?
Yeah. That hell.
There's an actual hell in Dragon Ball universe.
It's Heffel.
Oh, okay. Sure. What were we talking about? What was the topic? Defeat means friendship.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's basically gone on in every show since then that's been of the shonen genre. I can't think of one where defeat means defeat and then they fuck off.
In Fist of the North Star, just killed everybody. So there is no defeat means friendship.
Oh, fair play. Good for them for being different then.
And
also
I'm sure
really
there's I'm sure there's lots of other examples. But like this thing is used in Bleach when Ichigo fights the Soul Society group. But then he fights Aizen, and then it's just kind of they all just kind of die off.
You know, it occurs to me that this trope makes fan fiction really hard, especially for Bleach, because if you go too hard in the Soul Society arc, then a lot of your main characters are now dead.
Yeah. Same with One Piece or Naruto or literally any other shonen series. Because this is a very common trope. They like this trope a lot. So the camera's been on you for the entire time you've been taking that drink, Zero, by the way.
I'm so glad. Just look at me, witness. Drink some sparkling ice, black raspberry, 0 calories, naturally flavored sparkling mountain spring water with vitamins and antioxidants.
Hey, let's not do that. Imported. It's not California water.
Okay.
Anyway, what the fuck was I saying?
Shit happens too much.
Right, it happens a lot, so you're kind of screwed if you want to write anything that has those characters actually be defeated as in they're gone, whether dead or just not appearing in the story anymore. You're basically getting rid of a canon character, which, a lot of those defeated characters, and thus friend characters, become very popular with the fan base. I mean, Vegeta is a really popular character, despite how much of a dickbag he is. I mean, further, I'm trying to think of any that are really, really good.
Because Vegeta has balls. Let's see, who else is an awesome
He's
character?
got Dragon Balls.
Gaara is up there as well, so you can't really kill him. Aside from the basic problem of, he's a very popular character, he's kind of a main character. As far as the setting goes, he ends up being a very important character.
Yeah.
So it would screw over a lot of things if you were to get rid of him.
Let's see. Who else? I had one in mind. Oh, Gary Oak.
I
popular.
don't see how that applies in this case.
I feel like with Gary Oak, defeat just means screw you.
Yeah, that's basically how that turns out. Defeat means, fuck you, I'll beat you next time, asshole.
You didn't win. You didn't win.
Yeah, I was just tired from the fucking trip through the mountain and shit. You're not better than me. I didn't try and ambush you or, as soon as you came out of the mountain just like I did. Shut up.
Yeah.
Later.
I imagine Gary Oak just getting up close to you and sniffing you and be like, smell you later. Just walks away. And you're just like...
That would be really creepy. What was that action there?
You're just like, what do I do? I don't understand. I hate this person. Why is he so... Yeah.
Okay.
Slicer, what are you doing?
This camera's doing interesting things, by the
What was
way.
it?
It just went from Zero going, and then to Slicer just...
His Slicer's making a lot of noise.
Yeah.
So is Kenshi, apparently. God, this camera thing is weird. I really should be just doing it manually.
Just do it manually then.
Yeah, okay.
You would. I don't think you'd be able to keep up.
I probably...
Oh, that's a challenge. You gotta show him. Show him who's boss, Casey.
I don't give a shit.
Oh.
Right, so... Defeat means friendship. We've been talking about that. Sort of. I don't think we have said anything specific or, worth note.
If you're
It's a
going
tough
to
topic,
do it, if you are going to implement this defeat means friendship with a character that normally doesn't work by this rule, just be careful, because there's a fine line with this where it's realistic versus ridiculous, and just which can't you just do whatever?
Yeah.
This camera thing is fun.
Fun, that's a word for it.
So, it's delicate to implement. I mean, there's a lot of times when you can do it and it just comes off as BS or it makes no sense.
Yeah, I think the thing is, when a lot of writers do this, they do it with a plan in mind for what they're going to do with the character after the friendship happens. I mean, I sincerely doubt that Goku beating Vegeta back then was just, he's going to beat Vegeta and then he's going to go away. And then, this character's really popular. Maybe I should bring them back. I don't think that's how it happened. I think he was always meant to be brought back.
I think I remember reading somewhere that the only reason Vegeta was turned into a good guy was because somebody had to kill everybody on Namek. All the Frieza's dudes, somebody had to kill him.
That makes sense.
Makes sense to me.
Yeah.
And, also, like, they had Frieza be kind of a bigger evil, and they were able to unite against that because they were both Saiyans, they both disliked Frieza, and so they were able to find that common ground. I mean, Vegeta still didn't like Goku, but he was willing to work with him.
As an aside, I'm totally watching Dragon Ball Z Abridged again, by the way.
Right
I
now?
Right,
watched,
isn't it?
I was up for an hour later than I should have been because I rewatched Hellsing Ultimate Abridged by the
Really?
TFS guys. Yeah. Yep, that happened.
Have you guys
He does
seen
not
Fate?
regret it at all.
Have you guys seen Fate Zero? The Fate Zero abridged?
No.
Oh, yes. Yeah, I did.
I'm sorry, Ryunosuke! That thing is so great. Oh. This
They
one
did such a
character-
good job on the caster's character.
Yeah. He's so great. And he has to, like, replenish his mana, which is, if you know the Fate Zero series, or if you know the
right,
Fate
that
series,
scene.
you know, they have to replenish mana through bodily fluids, so...
It's actually mutual climax. It's a tantric ritual.
Of course, Slicer
Yeah.
has to correct us on that, of all people. I'm not surprised.
Of course.
Yeah. Thanks,
Yeah.
Slicer.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Fate Zero is a fun abridged series.
Uh,
Alright.
anyway, I'm just going to say, my manager knows that I'm recording this today. And she also knows that this is coming out Saturday night. So, if you got this far into this video, manager lady, whose name I won't say out loud because that's kind of not cool, I'm sorry. I am so very sorry.
I'm kind of not.
Of course you're not.
What are you sorry for?
Why does she keep watching all of this?
She must enjoy it.
Welcome to entertainment. Here's my handsome face. Okay.
I'm more handsome than you are.
Bullshit.
I think it's a toss-up. Slicer is surprisingly good looking for a nerd who does LARPing. That's... Kudos.
I'm handsome too.
Thanks.
You're really not. You look like Andrew Blanchard.
I have no idea
He
who that
does
is.
look like Andrew. Holy shit. I didn't make that comparison before. Oh, wow.
Now his face is ducked out. Put the camera on zero. Zero's gone now.
Screw you guys.
I'm a terrible
Screw you
person.
guys.
Oh, man. Oh, that's perfect. I'm sorry, Zero.
I'm not really, but, you know, I'll say it anyway. Sorry, Zero.
I don't know what's worse. The fact that he looks like me or the fact that I look like him.
That the same thing. Okay.
I know you more, so you're the original.
Does it make you feel better to be OG?
Yeah. I feel sad now. I'm gonna go commit suicide.
Stop
Sure.
making
You
that
have the
joke.
sword.
It's
That's what I
terrible.
mean.
Okay. Wait.
I have all these weapons beside me. It would be so easy.
Seriously, stop making that joke. It's kind of not cool.
Yeah, okay.
What were we talking about? Defeat means friendship.
I think we covered this topic enough. Do we?
A little bit.
Probably.
Wait, does this technically mean I defeated Zero and thus he's my friend?
Maybe.
Yeah. Yeah.
Just kill me. I don't want
Zero,
to defend.
give us a... Hey! Go on. Hey! Nope. Nope.
Lame.
Not gonna indulge me? Okay.
You really think you're going to indulge you?
Yeah.
Yes.
You're a cool guy like that, Zero. I think he's giving us the salad treatment, guys.
Yeah, it seems like it.
You're the one who said that insulting thing.
It's
Is
not
it insulting?
that
Did you say you
insulting.
look like somebody else?
Well,
Actually-
you prefaced it with you're not handsome.
That's very true. I did start with that, didn't I?
That's entirely subjective.
In fairness, you do not have his worst feature, which is the incredibly red face. So, you know.
You also don't do things to walls. I hope not, anyway.
That too.
I haven't done anything to a wall recently. So, I guess.
You have not befouled the walls? That's good to know.
I've once punched a wall. It was
Not
made
really
of metal,
befouling,
though.
but okay, sure.
Don't punch a wall made of metal.
Don't punch a wall,
That sounds
period.
like a bad idea.
Do punch a door if it's made of wood, because there is a very good chance you will break through it and it will make you feel like a badass. I know from experience.
But then you'll have to fix the door.
Not if it's not your door.
And nobody catches you.
But then you lose a friend.
Oh. Anyway. You're right about me not keeping up, by the way, about the cameras, because I switched to Kenshi as soon as I could. He'd finished talking, and then we just had like 3 seconds of awkward silence. That's great. And I probably should have switched the camera to me for that, but I didn't. So, yeah, this camera situation is awkward.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, well.
Okay, just set it to whoever's talking, and then when you want to say something, switch it to you.
But I
And if you're
talk
gonna be
a
making
lot.
and if you're gonna be making random noises, just mute your mic. That should be the general rule from now on. If we keep doing this, or if we do this again at any time in the future.
During that
Nah,
entire
it's gonna
speech, I
work.
didn't switch to U0, and then immediately as you finished, I sucked.
Your reaction time
Okay.
is literally garbage. Congratulations.
Yeah.
And nice going, Kenshi.
Not really. He's kind of, phoning it in with the right arm, I think.
I am.
Yeah. Okay.
Why is everyone doing it now?
Okay. Moving on to the next thing that we were going to do.
Sure.
Yeah, we want to do the list of 100, right?
Okay. There is a list of 100 games that has come out recently. Who made it? I think it was Empire.
Yep, Empire Online.
Yep. They came out with a list of their top 100 games of all time. Now, it is a popular thing for people to say, my glasses are crooked, that story is important to games. I'm not sure that bears out based on the quote-unquote best games of all time. So, I'm thinking we go through this list, 100 to 1, and see whether the games actually have good stories or not.
Yeah, all right.
So,
To make this not take 4 hours, we should probably just stick to yes or no, or maybe.
But we gotta
yes
talk
or
about
no, and then maybe argue about it if we have a bit of contention.
Yeah, maybe a small comment.
Sure.
All right.
Go Zero.
So first up at number 100, we have Journey.
Yes.
Yes. Yeah, okay. Yeah, I can agree to that.
It's kind of a story that
find
you
your
build
own
on your
story.
own.
Hmm.
Yeah.
I'd say that counts. They have set up the framework for you, so...
There is enough story there to call it a story, and it's a pretty good one.
Kenji? Your thoughts?
I never played it, so I wouldn't know.
All right.
Okay, that Blake? Zero?
Next up at number 99, Crash Bandicoot on 1996 on the PlayStation.
Nope.
There's no story to this game. There's
No.
just your whatever Crash Bandicoot is. Is a Bandicoot an animal? I don't know what the fuck a Bandicoot is.
It's
Neither
an
do
animal.
you.
You're
It's a-
that's the
It's a
ultimate
marsupial.
animal.
Yeah. And you
You're-
fight Neocortex, who is the guy that turns you into a sort of intelligent bandicoot.
Why are you fighting him? Because he's evil.
Because he
Okay.
stole your girlfriend or
Yeah.
something.
Because Crash is literally insane.
That too, but also the girlfriend thing. Yeah, it's basically a Mario plot, so...
Yeah.
Nah.
Yeah.
Number
Double
90,
Dragon.
number 98 is Homeworld on PC. It was the first fully three-dimensional RTS game. Its legacy lost its storytelling. It's a whole space opera with the heart-rending story of galactic refugees,
I
fleeing
would
persecution.
have to take their word for it. I've never played it.
Yeah, I've never played it, so I'll take the word on it. So, number 97, we have Super Mario Galaxy 2.
No.
I don't play it for the story.
You play it because it's Nintendo and you're a little whore.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Also, it's fun. I like Mario games because they're just
Nothing wrong with
dumb.
that.
They're just dumb
Yeah.
fun. It's
Yeah,
great.
no one's arguing that this is,
Yeah.
about gameplay. This is
Yeah,
about
it's-
story. So,
Team Fortress 2 at 96.
no.
No. Well, okay. When you're playing, the story is non-existent, but you can look into it and it's pretty interesting, but that's all outside content. So
Number 95 is League of Legends.
No.
I
No.
see enough fan fiction about it that I think there might be a decent story to it, maybe, but I don't actually
think
play it,
there's
so I can't bear that out.
I think there's a fanon story.
Nobody
I'm not
cares
really
about
sure,
this.
though.
Nobody really cares about the story in that. They care about playing it and winning. Number
See, there, that was
94.
a link that we should do next time.
Number 94 is Super Metroid.
That's a tricky one, because there is not much story to it, but as for what it is, it's okay, I guess.
She's a bounty
Yeah.
hunter on a mission, so that's all you really
It
need.
says, with a surprisingly complex story, albeit one owing a lot to Alien, and a haunting musical score, it stands as one of Nintendo's greatest achievements. So I guess it has a story. I never played Super Metroid. I played Metroid Fusion, and I played like Metroid Zero Mission. I never played Super Metroid for the SNES.
Super Metroid is the one where she gets the baby Metroid and it thinks she's its mum, right?
I can't remember, but I'm gonna just say
I think so. I think that's what it is.
like the main thing for this though is the gameplay because it's a Metroid game. I mean the story is okay though.
Okay. Next.
Number 93, Stalker: Shadow of Chernobyl, 2007 PC title.
I've heard good things.
Yeah,
I've heard
part
good
of
things mostly about the gameplay, though.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a frightening video game with Zambambos and Zimbinis and all that.
Yeah, it's one of those hardcore games where you have to get food, you have to collect tins of beans so you don't die out there in the...
Number 92, The Legend of Zelda: Skyward Sword.
No.
To
Yeah,
be
no,
honest,
not really.
like this has solid gameplay. The story is I've played this game like to completion. The story's okay. I mean, it has some good moments. It has a lot of bad moments. That's Skyward Sword in a nutshell. Story-wise,
Yeah, I
You have-
think we're pretty much solid on no there, Zero.
Yeah.
yeah, I'd have to agree with that. The story's kind of BS. 91, Duke Nukem 3D.
Oh, man. The plot of Duke Nukem is titties and big guns and explosions. That's
Yeah,
the
no.
plot.
And pigs.
Can we
Move on.
say no if that's the American way? Because it definitely is.
I mean, it's not. I mean, I love Duke Nukem back in the day, but that's not a plot.
Oh. Okay, fair enough. We'll have to go with no.
Number 90, Vampire the Masquerade: Bloodlines.
That is too much story, I think.
I'm given to
Yeah.
understand the answer for this one is yes. But I haven't played it myself.
I'm given to understand the story is basically the entire game. It's just so much story that you can't even fit it in one package. 89 is Max Payne.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah,
vote
sure.
yes.
Okay.
Yeah, that one's fairly easy. Number 88, Star Wars Battlefront 2. I think gameplay.
Yeah,
I don't
no,
think you can
that
count
has
it
no
as a
story.
It's basically
It's Star Wars
battles.
story. You can't really count that.
Yeah.
People don't play it for the story. They already know the story. 87 is Left 4 Dead. Haha, no.
No.
Yeah, there's not enough.
No, not really. There's enough to get the characters together, and that's all you need.
There is a story. It is not...
Okay,
50 story
this is
because there's not
garbage.
much of it.
This is garbage. Number 86, Heavy Rain. Get out of here.
I'm
No.
not entirely sure that even belongs on the list, but that's maybe...
Why would that be above like Team Fortress 2 and Left 4 Dead?
Again,
I don't know.
I mentioned this before we started, but let's not quibble over the order or anything because obviously it belongs on...
Yeah, but Heavy Rain is a completely story because it's a David Cage game, and I guess that's why people like it.
Heavy Rain the movie by David Rage Cage.
David Rage Cage? That's not a thing.
Number 85 coming in is Super Smash Bros. Brawl.
What? No, there's no
That
story
actually
there.
has it
There
actually
is
has a
story,
mode.
but it is a
It
fan
has-
service story.
It has
Yeah.
it has the most expansive story mode, but it's not really a story.
I
People
think
want-
I would count that. It works for what it needs.
Yeah, I guess.
I guess that's true. For what it is, a basic, giant crossover event a la any of the comic crossovers that have happened in the past 30
The
years.
Subspace Emissary
It's-
story mode is one of my brother's favorite parts of the game. So
I enjoyed it. So
number 84 is Grim Fandango.
Yes.
I've
That is
always
the-
wanted to play that one.
That is
Yeah.
that game's strength, is the story. That is probably the only part that is actually very, very good. It doesn't look great, it doesn't play great, but the story is really good.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Number 83 is Championship Manager. It is a
No,
That's a football game where you play the manager.
it's a football simulator. Yeah. No.
Hey,
Moving
it's
on.
actually football. Hey.
Number 82 is Metal Gear Solid 4, Guns of the Patriots.
Remember
Yeah.
when
It has story.
You only got to a point of contention? I'm feeling
It
contentious
has
right
story.
It has
It
story.
has story.
now.
Yeah.
Has story is not the same as has a good story, okay?
But the
Okay, the answer
story
to this is probably going to have to be your mileage may vary. It's not a yes or a no. For me, it's a no 'cause I don't give a single shit. But for someone who actually likes Metal Gear,
Yo,
maybe.
No one can deny the game's ambition, though, with a truly epic, if somewhat hard to follow, storyline.
you gotta
Hard to
play it
follow,
like
huh?
you
Yeah.
gotta play it like 2 or 3 times to understand everything that's happening.
Which
I'm
Kojima
going to
delivered
one-up you on
a-
that. You have to play it 2 or 3 times, and then the other games in the series 2 or 3 times to understand what's going on.
Oh well, I thought it was already assumed that you played all of them when you played 2 or 3 times to understand 4.
Of course it was.
Yeah. I'm going to go with 81 coming in as Dragon Age Origins. Yeah. I like this. I like the story of it. I like the characters. I like the setting.
It was a bit slow burn, but it was compelling enough. It was a gameplay that turned me off the series.
Yeah, the
So
game.
very bland.
It is.
The
yeah, it's-
gameplay isn't why I played Dragon Age Origins, though.
I mean,
So-
the story is so very bland. It
Yeah.
is literally you are chosen one, destined to fight the great army of darkness. That is literally what the story is.
Yeah. It's all the variations and choices you can make that makes it interesting.
Which would count for something if they didn't discount most of them, as far as any actual impact on the setting goes.
Yeah.
Yeah, later entries in the series kind of shot that one in the foot.
Later entries in the series are a lot better in terms of story-ish.
Yeah.
I mean, Dragon Age 3 is still pretty fun.
I'll give it a yes because it does have elements of a story that are really good. Like the characters are really good.
Yeah. Just the overall arching plot isn't that unique or anything. 80 is Okami.
I haven't played it, can't comment.
I've only
seen
heard
a
good things, but I haven't played it.
I've seen a Let's Play of it. I'm going to say it's a pretty solid game all around. So yes.
Okay,
All right.
next.
System Shock 2.
That game is one of the story game. It's basically the precursor to BioShock. So, yes.
Yeah. All right. Coming in at number 78, Counter-Strike. Haha, no.
Oh,
Next.
Coming at number 77, Age of Empires 2, The Age of Kings.
Doesn't have a story.
Yeah, it's a real-time strategy game.
0. If you click to the top right of the article, there should be a see full list button if you're clicking through them.
Oh, yay. Yay.
Okay.
76, Chrono Trigger. Yes.
Yes.
yeah.
75, Gears
Down
of
with it.
War.
Yes.
Yeah. The story's there. Pretty good story.
It's basic, but I mean, they spice things up a bit.
I can't give it a yes just because they killed the entire plot by missing out a level. There was an entire level that was cut out of that game that made the ending make sense, and they cut it out.
That's a problem.
74 is Sid Meier's Civilization.
No.
No, technically that doesn't.
That's
really
another
have
one that you can make your own story,
Yeah,
but it's
it's more making your own story.
I
In fact,
think
someone
so.
has written basically a story based on a Civilization game.
Yeah,
Like the
you can make your
entire
own. 73, the Final Fantasy 9.
We're
I don't
gonna
think I
do
played
those
that one.
games, aren't we?
I was indifferent to the story. Didn't hate it, didn't like it.
I can't bring myself to give a Final Fantasy game a yes on story ever. But, you know, it's not really fair for me to say without actually having played it. So,
Yeah. 72, Metroid Prime.
Isn't that the one where she loses all her powers 2 seconds into the game?
isn't that all of
That's-
them?
That's a good point.
Yeah.
Was Metroid Prime any good story-wise? Again, didn't play it.
I did not play that. I still need to get around to playing it, but I've heard the gameplay and the boss battles and everything is really good. Story-wise, I'm not too certain on it.
Okay.
But it is one of the most highly regarded Metroid games in the entire series. Super Mario Galaxy at 71.
Okay.
There's a bit of a story with Rosalina's story, but like it's gameplay.
No? Okay.
It's not
7
enough, really.
Yeah, 70 is Dead Space.
Yeah,
Yes. Yeah, I'm going to
Yeah.
give that a yes. They screwed it up with
Yeah.
the other games, but yes. The first one.
the first one is a good starter story, but the second and third at least build the universe itself. So, I like it. I do.
Next up is 69.
That's a second,
Uncharted.
right?
Uncharted 3, Drake's Deception.
And of course, it's the sexiest game series on this list, Uncharted.
I played the first one, and that's it.
I didn't play any of them, and I've not heard great things about the story itself. Got a lot of good set pieces. Yeah, wow, it's visually stunning and all that, but
Yeah,
as far as the
it's
story
not.
goes-
The game's not about the story. The story is pretty much just to get you in a position to get Nathan to do outrageous shit on gigantic scales.
All right, 68 is StarCraft.
No, I don't think so.
I'm told yes in the campaign.
Really? Huh.
Yeah, it's supposed to be pretty good, actually.
I thought it was more along the lines of what you just mentioned. Like it was enough to get what needed to be done, basically.
No, I understand there's a decently well thought out plot for the whole thing. Betrayals and such things, and one of your companion characters or one of the main characters gets captured by the Zerg and gets transformed into a Zerg queen or something, and it's
Kerrigan, right?
yeah. So there's enough there for
I
me
count
not to
that.
deny it outright as being a bad story.
All right, coming in at number 67 is Elite, which was a 1984 BBC Micro and Acorn Electron game, and it was a space sim.
Oh, it's one of those. Okay, that's probably a no. Then. It's
Yeah,
I
no,
was -8 when that came out, so I can't really.
yeah, just looking at the picture, no.
yeah, it's
Planescape,
yeah.
Planescape
Is
Torment.
an obvious yes. That is the game people talk about when you talk about game story, or at least it was before The Last of Us. So
Yeah,
Which game I didn't hear?
Planescape Tournament or Torment.
Oh, yeah, I don't know.
65, Metal Gear Solid 2, Sons of Liberty.
No, even I have to say no, no.
I liked it until it went to Crazy Cuckoo Pants Land.
Yeah, they always tend to do that with those games.
He didn't even want to do
64.
that.
64 is Silent Hill 2, which I'm going to
Yes.
say yes.
Yes, yes.
It's very well done. Very well executed.
Mm-hmm.
63 is The Walking Dead, the Telltale one.
Sure. Yeah.
Yeah, the whole game is story.
It fits nicely within the narrative. It doesn't go out of
Yeah.
bounds. It doesn't do anything outlandish. It works well enough.
All right, let's get to the next one because we all know what someone here is going to say.
62 is Baldur's Gate 2, Shadows of
Yes.
Thank you for confirming what I already thought you were going to do.
Yes.
And following that is The Elder Scrolls Oblivion.
Yes.
I'd go with yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
It is a nice subversion of the player character being the great all-conquering chosen one hero. You are not. Martin Septim is.
Yeah.
So you can help him do all of his super awesome amazing stuff, and they'll maybe give you an armor at the end of it. That's about it. It was a nice subversion, and I appreciated it.
And then they went right back to it with Skyrim.
Pretty much.
Yeah. Number 60 is Final Fantasy VIII.
Nope.
Nah.
Nope.
Yeah, that was a quick response.
Can I say no even though I haven't played it?
Feel
Yes.
free.
Okay.
I haven't. So yeah, I've seen bits and pieces. That's it.
At number 59, I already know what this is going to be, Kingdom Hearts.
The first one, I'll give it a yes.
The first one. Okay.
It's a confusing mess, but yeah, it does have a story.
Yeah, the first one's understood.
The first one's entirely solid. There is absolutely nothing wrong with the plot of the first one. It is when you get to the second one where it gets to Organization 13 and everything gets super bullshit and crazy and not even...
Moving on. 58, Warcraft 3, Reign of Chaos.
Never played a
As a
Warcraft
story,
game.
I don't know how good it is.
57 is Portal.
Yeah,
Yes.
sort of.
Yeah.
It's another one of those you have to find it, but it's in game.
56 is The Legend of Zelda: The Wind Waker. I'm going to say yes on this, actually.
Fucking Nintendo fans.
I didn't find it very compelling, but yeah, it has one.
It has one, and, you know, overall, it's pretty interesting. I mean, I wouldn't say it's the best story, but...
It doesn't have a compelling overarching story, but the stories of the characters themselves in the game are more overpowering, basically.
Yeah.
So yes, sort of.
The Elder Scrolls 3, Morrowind.
I'm given to understand yes.
Yeah, you are. It's another one of those chosen ones. You're the Neverine.
Yeah.
Except not necessarily. It is entirely within your power to say at the end of the game, you're facing the big bad guy, Dagoth I think it was.
That's it, yeah.
He talks to you and he says, Nerevar, is that you? And you can say, no, this whole prophecy of Nerevarine thing, I don't know, everyone was just saying that stuff, that's not me. You can actually define whether you are the chosen one or not, or you're just some guy that everyone just picked you out as being the chosen one.
Cool. Yeah.
Yeah, that's actually pretty interesting. 54 is Call of Juarez. Juarez.
You are
Wow,
Mexican.
yeah. 1/4 Mexican, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But you know what? I can't read.
Oh, this
There
is
are so many.
This is
Wow.
the reveal of all of the secrets for Zero. This is that episode where we find out that he can't read and he looks like Andrew Blanchard. This is not a good episode for Zero.
But yeah, Call of Juarez.
I've never played it, so I don't know.
Yeah, I never played it either.
Okay. 53 is Sonic the Hedgehog, the original. No.
It has basically no story. It has as much story as Mario does.
Yeah, nah.
so I
It has
can't
enough
say-
story as Mario does. Diablo 2 is 52.
Yes.
Want to expand on that, Slicer, beyond yes? Because I haven't played it and I don't know.
Okay, it has a basic story that you can get on the surface level, like any game. If you want to listen to the character dialogue, which takes a long time, but is fully voiced, you have more. And then if you want to get into like the specifics of the world, then there's even more. So there's a lot of story if you want to find it, but there's a decent amount to just...
Is it a good story, though? This is the question we're asking.
I found it compelling, but I was also a big fan of the game, so I was kind of biased.
Okay.
51 is Shenmue 2.
Everyone says yes. I don't know why, but
I mean,
I
it
think-
has a story, but it drags to me.
50 is Legend of Zelda Majora's Mask. I'm going to
Yeah.
say yes on that.
Yes, yes.
Yeah, sure.
Majora's Mask has the more solid premise and story because you have Link kind of... He's not necessarily the chosen one. He just happened to be there at the time. And a lot of the characters in their own stories within the story, it really helped to flesh it out. And it's pretty amazing how well it's done. It's one of my favorite games. So, yeah, I'm super biased. I have a Majora's Mask new 3DS right here. So,
of course you do.
yeah. To let you know how biased I am. 49 is Resident Evil 2.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. 48 is BioShock Infinite.
Mm,
I'm going to say...
Yeah, you gotta say
Yeah.
You have
Yeah.
to.
At the very least, you can play through the game and you can see all the things they dropped for their story. It didn't come out of nowhere.
I know how you
Okay.
feel about BioShock, but
It's a well-constructed story.
I liked it.
Whether or not the story itself is actually good is debatable.
mm,
But it's a well-constructed story, and it's really that story that, is kind of more of the focus of it, I feel.
okay.
he's not happy.
I don't like
Yeah.
it. I never did.
47 is The Secret of Monkey Island.
That was all story. So, yes.
Yeah.
As far as comedy stories go for games, that's pretty much it, actually. I don't think there's that many more.
46,
Probably.
46 is Tomb Raider,
Which Tomb Raider?
the first one.
The
Oh, wait, no,
very
let me
first
double,
one?
let me double check on this because it's 1996.
No.
So it's the first one.
Yeah.
No. Story?
Yeah.
No.
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 Eh.
You go into a tomb, you searching for artifacts. That's pretty much the story.
Yeah. 45 is Final Fantasy X.
Yes, it's a love story game. That's the game. It has a story. It's not an awesome story, but it's a story, and that's the point of the game.
So you're saying it's
A
a bad
begrudging
story?
yes.
Okay.
44 is Super Mario Bros. We already got that answered.
You know?
43 is Star Wars Knights of the Old Republic.
Yeah.
Casey?
Wait, do you
Yeah.
mean the MMO or
No,
KOTOR?
the original one, KOTOR. Again,
Yes.
I am given to understand yes.
42 is the
I will
original
have a
Resident
have a
Evil.
more in-depth opinion on that once the spoiler warning season is finished for it. That's
Yeah.
about all I can say for it at the moment.
42 is Resident Evil, the first one.
No,
It does? Yeah.
Ooh.
it has a story. It is basically boilerplate monster story, and the acting is so bad.
That's its charm. What is wrong with
The
you?
game is so old. You were
That's like
almost a Jill
saying it-
sandwich.
That's like saying an
You were
Ed Wood
almost
film
a
is
Jill
good
sandwich.
because it's terrible. That's not.
I
how it
guess I'll
works.
leave things to the master of unlocking.
There is value in camp, okay?
It
And
is-
I like
is,
that.
but that doesn't make it good. It makes it bad and therefore funny.
So you're saying Sharknado wasn't a good quality film?
Sharknado was
yes,
like
that's exactly.
they
what
must
I'm
have had
saying.
a they must have a, like a, at least like a $1 million budget.
Oh, that reminded me. I forgot to mention one cosplayer at the con. He was dressed in a plastic trash bag, and it said, "Your waifu goes here," and then he taped pictures of various anime waifus to it, and he kept taping more over the weekend. It was awesome.
Okay.
Yeah, I just thought I'd mention that.
That's
No.
great. Thank you for that. 41 is Portal 2. Yes, yes, yes.
Yeah, more than the first
Yeah.
one. It's more apparent.
Yeah, it's way more apparent. One of my favorite games. 40 is Street Fighter 2.
You have to look for it, as in you have to beat everyone's story, but there are stories.
Are they good stories, though, is the question.
They get better as the first two. No, they get better as the twos go on. You know, like 2 turbo.
As the twos go on. That's a no, then. That's a no.
39 is Mario Kart 64.
Oh yes, all the story. I mean, why are they in the cars? Why do they have powers with these cars? Who made these cars?
Why is
are they...
Bowser racing with Mario and
Yeah.
having fun?
Play it to never ever find out the answer to any of these questions.
Well, if you go with the idea that all the Mario games are just like, you know, plays that are put on, like with the original, with how they are all the stages and everything, and all the Mario games are just them acting and making the games, then all the side games make sense.
Moving on.
Anyways, 38 is Tetris, the best story.
Yes. The story of how this
Moving on.
block
Line
come
piece!
together. Yes. How will the line piece save your ass this time? Is the story of Tetris.
Yeah, pretty much.
It's basically a superhero story, is what it is.
Yeah, it is.
The chosen
37,
one, even.
37 is Assassin's Creed 2.
I couldn't tell you.
Yes.
Yeah, I was okay with it. I enjoyed it reasonably well. I mean, I didn't like the ending, but nobody liked the ending.
Then they milked it for all it was worth.
No. Nope. Can't abide the ending. Can't do it. Killing you will not bring my family back after I murdered several hundred guards to get to you.
Yeah, excluding that, though, I'd say yes. 36 is Half-Life.
Never played
Yeah.
it.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
Not really. It's a very, very thin story. Scientists are doing a thing, and then aliens invade because of doing the thing.
Yeah, it's not until Half-Life 2 that it starts getting story, is what I understand.
Okay,
35.
we already included one that was it works for what it is, so I'm gonna go with that one for Half-Life.
35 is The Legend of Zelda: A Link to the Past. Haha, no. No.
Basic
The
hero story.
The story is, oh, it's like the 7 maidens or whatever, and they're all, you gotta save them all, and you gotta save Zelda. You gotta go to the dark...
Wait, so you're telling me A Link to the Past was all about Link building his own harem? Is that what that really is?
Yeah. If you want to dress it down.
Sort of.
Yeah.
I should play that game, actually.
A Link Between Worlds, which is the better version of A Link to the Past, actually does it better, in my opinion.
It's a platonic harem.
Yeah, I feel like it's not. I feel like it's not as much platonic as in A Link Between Worlds, but maybe that's just me. Moving on. A Link Between Worlds actually has a good story, but that's not on this list from what I can see, because these are older games, I guess.
Yeah.
I don't Link Between Worlds was fairly recent. Moving on, 34 is Halo Reach.
I'd give that
That's
yes.
Yeah,
That's a who can die in the most glorious way contest.
yeah.
And by the way, the player character wins.
Of course.
33 is Shadow of the Colossus.
Yes.
There's a story if
Yeah.
you look for it.
To understand, yes. So yeah.
So yeah. 32 is Doom.
No.
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 No. They
The
eventually
story
made
you
a
get for
story.
that game is demons are invading this moon base, and
Kill
then you
them.
get a text scroll at the end, and that's the story.
Yeah.
They eventually made a story with the novels, but that was it. So it's outside content and doesn't count.
31 is Grit.
Novels. I just want to...
Okay.
There were novels for Doom? I mean, I know
Of
there was
course
a
there is.
comic, which was awesome, by the way. Everyone should go and read the Doom comic. Like, right now, I'm looking at the camera. You should go do that. Kenshi, put it in the link dump. But, you know... Yeah. Anyway, sorry, Zero.
31 is Grand Theft Auto Vice City.
You mean Scarface
Yes.
the parody?
Yes.
Yeah.
I'm going to give
that
that a
works.
yes because it's a Grand Theft Auto game that's doing a parody, which is what they should be doing.
Mm-hmm. Oh, fun thing to note. The next one is Mass Effect 1. And by the way, I don't see
Yes.
Mass Effect 3 on here at all.
Good.
This is a good list. I like this. Whatever this is. This is... Well done, Empire. Well done. Okay. That's a yes, by the way.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would support it.
Yeah. 29 is Pokemon Red, Blue, and Yellow, the story of killing Gary.
It's a revenge story.
It is a revenge story.
It basically is a revenge story, and I think it's still a little bit thin on the ground, even if you do take in the extra bits and pieces of fanon that have been dredged up, like Gary's Raticate dying and things like that.
Pokemon, like, at one point, like, it started to get really story heavy and everything, but that wasn't until later on.
And as an aside, that was the worst thing that ever happened to the Pokemon games.
Yeah. It got kind of bad.
See our Let's Play of Pokemon Blaze Black 2, by the way, if you want to know more about why that story sucks and you should avoid those games. Because our story that we created for that game is way better than their story.
Black and White is by far the weakest entry in the entire series. Black and White 2 especially. X and Y is okay and works a lot better, but Black and White was definitely the down point.
Anyway, Pokemon, continue.
Yeah. 28 is Batman Arkham Asylum.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's Batman. What can you not like about it?
It's not only a solid story, it is a solid story in the DC setting, in the Batman setting, which is hard to pull off on its own.
Yeah.
The fact that they did that and made it a damn good game as well is really fucking impressive.
Mm-hmm. It's actually pretty good. I mean, the future one's kind of, but Batman Arkham Asylum was really good. 27 is Resident Evil 4.
Yeah.
That story is not.
It has a story.
It does.
It
It does
but-
indeed have a story. It's not the greatest story.
You fight a Spanish midget in a Napoleon costume, and that's
Yeah, you do.
thing that happens. And there is Mike, the helicopter pilot. That's the most tragic and inexplicable death ever in any
Mike
game.
the helicopter pilot is my hero.
Why?
Mike is my hero.
All the helicopter pilots in that universe are my hero. Because they all die.
Every single one of them.
Some of them are really likable too.
Yeah, they were gonna get a beer after. It was sad.
Yeah.
Okay, next.
Metal Gear Solid 3 Snake Eater.
Yes. You don't need to have played any of the other games to appreciate the story in that game.
Which is actually nice.
That's effectively the appeal of Resident Evil 4.
I can't argue against it. I haven't played it, so fine.
You should play it. I told you this before.
Yeah, you have. I don't have a PlayStation that can work it at the moment.
Oh.
25 is Fallout 3.
Casey's favorite game of all time.
Okay,
story.
shall we get into this? Shall we do this right now?
No.
Is this what's happening?
I gotta leave in 20 minutes and I'd like to get through this list. So let's go with,
Alright.
we have differing opinions. I
Let's
say
Is it
yes.
20
you
minutes?
know.
Shall we? Or, unless you want me to argue this.
No, I'm
Is
gonna
it-
go with yes for me.
Is it
No.
20 minutes or is it an hour and 20 minutes, Slicer?
No, it's actually 20 minutes.
All right. Okay, moving on, because everybody's going to say no for Fallout 3. 24 is Super Mario Kart. No.
Everything you love
No.
about Mario Kart 64, just super.
Yeah.
23 is The Legend of Zelda Twilight Princess. I'm going to give this a yes.
Yep, I like it.
22, Uncharted 2 Among Thieves.
I love the game, but no. Like I said, it's just an excuse for Nathan. The story is just an excuse for Nathan to do awesome things in awesome places.
How did
Alright.
2 Uncharted games get on this list?
I don't know. How did Call of Duty Modern Warfare end up on the 21 spot?
Because that was actually a pretty
That
good
was actually
story.
a really good game and had a very
Yeah.
good story. So
It was like, yeah. Actually thinking back to it, that was the one where it was actually good. It was
that
everything
was
after
the
the
good
kind of
one, and then there were the bad ones.
yeah. 20 is Super Mario World.
No.
Shocker.
No. No.
It's
19
literally the
is-
same story as the previous one.
19 is Grand Theft Auto San Andreas.
Yes. The greatest Grand Theft Auto of all
Yes.
time.
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that's a good one.
The last good
18,
one.
18 is Mass Effect 2.
If we included the first one, we have to include that one because it didn't go off the rails yet, and I still found
The problem Casey has with this is that you work for Cerberus after you saw everything that Cerberus did, and you know, hey, they're totally the bad guys. It's not just a rogue sect this, rogue sect that, rogue sect that. They're super
Yeah,
evil.
it's stupid, but it has
a
its
stupid
flaws, but it gets where the story needs to go.
It's a stupid premise that's used to propel the plot, but the plot itself isn't that bad.
Slicer, the camera is
Yes.
on you now. You get to defend that point that you just made. It gets the story where it needs to go. Bear in mind, the story then went to Mass Effect 3. Now you can feel free
They
to
didn't-
defend that point.
Yeah, but who could have guessed it would have been a train wreck from the second game when it was still building up to the Reaper invasion. That could have gone way better, but obviously it didn't.
Okay. Fair play. Fair play. Okay. I'm
Yeah.
still ambivalent on it, but yes. Okay.
17 is Deus Ex.
Yes.
All right.
Not even a question. Literally not a question.
16
It's
is Super Mario 64.
No.
They really like Mario games, don't they?
Mario games tend to play really well.
Well, it's not about the story when on this list. It's about the story
Yeah.
and or how the game played. That's a really good game to
Yeah,
play.
it's about all the elements of it, and Super Mario 64 is actually really fun to play.
I would argue it's story, gameplay, and how it looks. Otherwise, Uncharted wouldn't have gotten on this list twice.
Yeah, that's a really fun game to play / look at. It's awesome.
15 is Half-Life 2. You all know what's coming.
I'm given to understand yes, but I'm going to say
Yeah.
no anyway. That game drags. It drags so hard, especially in the beginning. I mean, yes, you can do the whole running around and you can do whatever you want, just run around the town for however long. But then when you actually get into the game where you have to run down the fucking canals or whatever the fuck it was, and you have to do that for like 3 hours,
Fair enough.
that literally stopped me from playing the game because it was so dull. I didn't care what the story was after that point.
All right. Well, I haven't played Half-Life 2, so I can't argue that. 14 is BioShock, the original.
I
Yeah.
thought we already talked about that one. Or was that Bioshock
That
2
was
before
Infinite.
that I didn't hear?
That was Infinite.
Oh.
BioShock 1.
Yes.
Yeah.
I'm going to give
I
that
liked
a
it.
reluctant yes, despite the terrible twist at the end.
Yeah.
Which, I mean, the
It-
terrible bit, the Fontaine bit, not the would you kindly bit. The would you kindly was very, very good. And it's
Yeah.
pretty much the only reason I'm saying yes.
Yeah, that's why I'm saying yes as well. 13 is Dark Souls.
Yes. It's
Yes.
another one of those that you have to find it, but I mean...
You have to
get
play it like a
enough.
billion times.
You
to
have to
under-
find it, but it is all in the game. So you
Yeah.
can find it by just playing the game.
12 is Batman Arkham City.
I haven't finished it yet, so...
Having played Batman Arkham City, I'm going to say it's not as good as Arkham Asylum in my opinion.
Yeah,
I mean,
it's not as
game,
good. I mean, it's
gameplay
good.
wise, it's gameplay wise, it plays really well, but story wise is
The story's not as good as Arkham Asylum. It's kind of convoluted. I mean, Doctor Strange gets control of half the city in a prison and turns into a prison, and that's cool. It flies. That happens. Okay.
Yeah.
It's a little bit silly, but saying it's not as good as Arkham Asylum is not saying the same thing as saying it's not a good story.
Yeah.
is it a
that's
good
why-
story? I'm going to give it a reluctant yes. In that it's still
It's a superhero story.
It's decent.
It's Batman. That's
It's a comic book story.
I think you said that wrong.
Yeah.
It's Batman.
right.
It's Batman.
You told us not to do that anymore.
I know,
I'm
so I
Batman.
can break that rule. It's okay when I do it. Everyone else...
But
I'm
yours
gonna
is
break
awful.
that rule. Where is she?
It's so much better when he has the fucking lower lip put... Like...
Where's the Joker? Moving on. The Elder Scrolls V, Skyrim.
No.
Nope. They tried too hard.
It doesn't
Number-
even have a side story that can save it. No.
Number 10, Halo, Combat Evolved.
No.
That's another one that it's like Doom in that they made novels that retroactively made it better, but
Yeah.
the game itself was not. It was paper thin.
It was okay, but it was very thin, as Slicer said, so...
Number 9, Red Dead Redemption.
God, yes, that story's beautiful.
I like
Yeah,
it.
sure.
Yes, I think they could have done the ending better, but yes.
I think the ending was beautiful. If they just ended it with you dying, I kind of would have been okay with that.
Yeah.
John
That's
Marston
what I think
dying?
would have been better, yeah. If it
That
just
is
ended there.
Instead of his punk-ass kid somehow becoming badass and finishing his dad's
Yeah.
work for him, I don't need that. John Marston was the man.
Grand Theft Auto 5.
No. So,
No,
Is it a no? I haven't really experienced the story. So
I think it's just barely a no, unfortunately.
Mhm.
Grand Theft Auto is a setting that is better used for parody than for quote-unquote serious storytelling. It's just not where the strength of the setting lies. Especially while they're still making the cute puns on ballsack and, twat.
it wouldn't be
as a
Grand Theft
club
Auto
name.
if they didn't do that.
Exactly, which is why they should still be doing parodies. But they've stopped because they're idiots and want to do serious games. Zero?
All right. Number 7, Shenmue.
no clue.
No idea.
Nope.
6, GoldenEye 007. You played that. You played that for the gameplay. You played that to kill your friends.
Yeah, the grand uncle of the first-person shooter.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Number
What would
5.
that make Doom? Like an atom or something?
eh. Number 5 is Metal Gear Solid.
Yes.
Woo, the first
First
one.
one, I'll give a yes. Not even a question. I'll give it a yes.
Number 4 is Final Fantasy 7.
I'm going to give that a tentative yes.
I'll give it a yes. I enjoyed it. I enjoyed the story.
Casey?
I have not played it, and yet I still know the plot for it.
Yeah.
I still can't comment on whether it's a good story without experiencing it myself.
Number 3, World of Warcraft.
No. It has a lot of story. It's unfortunately delivered to be bland as shit. And any story that it does tell would be hampered by the fact that there are 50 other people standing next to you who are experiencing exactly the same story as though they were the protagonist.
I would argue that it's a yes depending on how invested you personally can get into it.
And like I said, it's very
Yeah.
difficult to get invested in it when there are 50 other people doing the same thing next to you, and it makes it very, very obvious that you are playing a video game.
I'm not arguing that. I'm saying if you can ignore that fact and get personally invested, then it would work.
Finally, we have number 2, The Legend of Zelda, The Ocarina of Time.
Of
Yes.
course it is.
Yes, it's
Yeah.
in there.
Yep.
Yeah.
I'm not even really arguing its positioning either, honestly. Like,
It's a good game. And finally, number 1. What could possibly be number 1 on this
I already
list
know, so
of
yes.
the 100 greatest games? It's The Last of Us.
yes, it should be there. Well, I don't know if it should be 1, but it should be high on the list.
Its story is very solid.
Yeah. It's kind of a confusing mess, but it's human.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a
I'm
confusing mess
honestly
because
not
it's
sure what I would replace it with if I was to say that shouldn't be number 1.
If I were to replace it with anything, it would just be full of my personal bias and what I like. So,
Yeah, that's pretty much what it would be.
and
Yeah.
like that's what the number 1 spot is. It's whoever's making the list's bias. But still,
which
number
is,
1.
Which is why we said we shouldn't really quibble about the order, but, everyone's going to quibble about the number 1, no matter what it is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, Last of Us is still solid.
Okay, Zero. How did we do?
On what?
I don't think anybody was tasked with writing down our answers for yes or no. So we,
Yeah, nobody
the
tasked.
audience, what was the ratio?
Yeah. You tell us.
If
Be
you
sure
told
to
me
count the ones that were
Yeah.
in contention as well, because I don't think we ever resolved them.
overall, I'd say there were a lot of yeses though. Just going through it mentally, there weren't like there were a lot of obvious ones that were like no. But there was a surprising amount of things that we actually agreed with. Yeah, that has a great story.
Yeah. To be
I think
honest,
it was pretty split down the middle.
I think that might be because there are a lot of quite old games there, and story in games, surprisingly enough, is a pretty modern concept. I mean, that only really started happening 95, 96? Things like
Save
Resident
the
Evil,
princess.
Silent Hill start coming out.
Mhm.
Chrono Trigger was an early contender, but that's probably one of the earliest ones that came out that had a decent story.
Yeah. All right. So that's the list of 100.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yay.
Casey gets to read all the subscribers.
He does. Is he doing that now?
What else are you gonna do right now?
I don't know. Do we have anything else on the docket?
I don't think so, unless someone has recommendations or whatnot.
Well,
Like we had some we had some questions, but I think we
Oh
should
yeah,
save
we did.
that.
Okay, so you want me to read the subscribers?
Yeah, go for it.
Okay, I'll give it a shot.
Sure.
Click and then unclick Skype so that I can get the thing going. Right. Okay, subscriber list as of today, whenever it is. What the fuck is my capture doing? I don't know. I hope it's still working. From the bottom. That was probably really loud in the mic. I apologize.
Yes, it was.
It was.
I had KFC earlier. You're welcome, Zero.
Welcome to our Dark Souls Let's Plays.
Sorry, jeez. I literally record them after I get home from work, arsehole, alright? Sliciness. Congratulations, you were the first one.
Oh, cool.
Seth, all 7. Boy by Fresh. Nicholas Murphy. Professor Cubert, I'm gonna... Resden the 83rd. Oh shit, you still subscribing? Good on you, dude. Insect Lover 243. Okay.
Oh my.
Wow.
We don't judge here on the Fandom Flux podcast. Well, that's absolutely
yes, we
a lie.
do.
We absolutely judge on the Fandom Flux podcast. Magic Man 111111. That's never going to fit on a Pokemon name. I'm just letting you know that. Neelan. Careful Healer 21. A Nietu. Alex Shepard 95. John Tyler. Deta Langleytone. Oh, Deta Langleytone.
Langley time.
He was a
Yeah.
Pokemon.
Good old Langley time.
I forget who
Did he
was.
die?
Probably.
He probably died.
If anyone was a Pokemon on this list, they probably died. Lucy Arisato. Islithix. Or something. Clay Shiver. Just give me a second. I'm about to zoom in so I can read it easier. Right. Clay Shiver. Clemson Tidge. Or something. LG Other. Hey, you were several Pokemon. They all died.
Yeah.
Blackie 3001. Some Guy. Grokamal. Illusion 2438. Greek. Ganondorf's son. Kainov. You were a Pokemon, it was cool. You were the ace
He
for
was?
a little bit.
Yeah, he was the quote-unquote ace.
Yeah, the ace. Yeah.
Wes Ehrman, you were a bird and you died. Patrick Taylor. Smogged Troll. Okay. Player 0874. Hyoro Gat X. They call me Arjun. You were a Pokemon, I think. Sid B.
Yeah, he was.
You were shit. You were a fucking fire pig and you died immediately.
He didn't die immediately. He just never made an impact and died after being the
Oh, right.
anchor
He
on the team.
almost died immediately. He almost lost the first battle. I remember now. Ryan Walters. Zydri Patterson. The Max Mercury 100. Wraith Gaming HQ. HM Master. MD underscore XI. MD11 is what I'm going to call you. Hinamori 102. Guardian Lettuce. The Sky's Delimit. Really. Max Duel. Mike Diaz. I be me, dude. 1-1. Hey, really? Kind of. Why are you on this list twice? Zero. Kind of's cheating for the naming thing.
He's a cheater.
Take him off the subscriber list for the Pokemon thing. He's cheating.
Okay, kind of. You're off. No more. Cheater.
He might actually... I've accidentally submitted a subscription to somebody twice because of the whole Google Plus thing, so that might have happened.
Okay, but he better say sorry in the comments. Yuto Kagarosa. Bleach 2121XX. Yeah, okay. Emmanuel Madiag. Michael Diaz. Jake Gibbs. Tyler Halliston. Anko. Okay. Literally God. Oh Lord,
nice.
Thank you for your subscription to our YouTube channel. Sorry for using your name in vain like 6 billion times over the course of the podcast, but I'm not really sorry. Sorry, not sorry. Amen.
Glad he's a fan.
Yeah. Matthew Hargreaves. You were...
Hargreaves, oh God, I missed you so much.
What the fuck was he? He was a Shinx or something,
He was a Luxray.
Ken Lau.
I miss you, Ken Lau. You're the best Beedrill ever.
Murder Bee.
We all miss Ken Lau.
Kieran Bennett. Jacob Shula. David Montana. Trey Bray. Larkin West.
Larkin!
Katrin Bisiani. There we go. Katrin. Katrin was somebody. Who was Katrin?
Who was Katrin?
Oh, that was our first starter, wasn't it? Like way back when.
Oh yeah, that was Duckworth's starter.
Yeah.
I think.
Yeah, way back when. King and Commoner. Richard Grant. Brandonius Riley. Brandonius. Really?
Just go with it.
Okay.
Just go with it.
Sleeping Meerkat. John Nguyen. Dogma Alpha Twitch. Them one in. Or, what the fuck is that supposed to be? Them ram one in. Oh, them ram one in. Yeah, that's... Might want to try respelling that so it actually seems readable. The Azcal.
Azcal.
You were a Krogunk. You didn't really do anything.
You got killed. You got killed by a Snorlax in a battle for leftovers we didn't get.
Oh yeah, that happened. I remember that. Thanks, Zero. M4 Ryan 1. Tino Sanchez. Jake Boy 11J. It's spelt like that, so that's why I said it. Chaos 341. Halduros. Christopher Sampson. Blake Goldsmith. Justin Castle. Sai Sosai. What the fuck Gamer 333. Bubba the Great. Jetsimani Quinos? Q-U-I... Oh. Q-U-I-R-O-Z, so Kiros, I think. Zero, help me out with this.
Zero's not doing anything but putting swords away.
God damn it, Zero. Symbolical Mayhem. Gnoming You. Chris Holguin. Delta Remen, Dakota Wilson, Kelperniarina, Sinex Rise, Loopy Lopi. I remember Lopi Lopi. It was a thing. I can't remember what it was. Dragon Ninja.
I think it was what was the fucking Woobat. Woobat.
Yeah. Voneth Gale. Gunshot Phoenix.
Yeah.
Everybody knows Gunshot Phoenix. You have been immortalized, motherfucker. Alright, Wojciech Claps. Connor Thane. Feng Leng Shun. Mr. Jace 1000. Frazzle 2530. Kid Coheed. Chaos Jules 72. Pyro Catboy. 31 Big Germ.
Big Germ.
Big Germ. Fun VT Fun, I think. The Ragnar TBE. Dude Dub Emo. Okay. Oxolidus. Ronan Gray. Ira Phillips. Ryu Hitsia 21. Jay Hopfner. Arturo Almiron. Arturo Almiron. Something like that. Sierra 17. Killer Boywood. Our subscribers are great.
Yeah.
Cecilio Barrera. Sir Bladestar 123.
Blade Star. You're
You
so
taught us a
sorry.
valuable lesson, Bladestar. Imperius 94. Ian Pierce. Tommy C. C. DeVoe. Monkey Fire. R2 squared 8 blank. Lavacia Holmes. Bold 524. Peter Pan. Devin R. Rascally Wabbit. Sorry,
Wave it or wab it.
I pronounced that wrong. Rascally Wabbit. Spelling is important, kids. Yeah, just remember that. Jacob Simpson. Joshua Perez. Guido Boss. Or Guido Bose. Whichever. Chained Zero Wolf. Recco 96.
Let go.
Noteworthiness Triple X. Solfina. Mages the Mad Magician. X Lemmy Cooper X. Antonio K. Cody Got Killed. Russell Bilo. Liban Ahmed. There we go. Michael Grant. Stevens. General Radar. Wolf 78930's channel.
So wait, on his YouTube page, would it say channel?
Mm-hmm.
Nice.
Okay. Bill the Something. Joey Mooney. Wheelie Humps You. Lockman 776. Dave Moore. Jordinio. Oscar Shikinami. Chris Geth Prime. Cop Leader Kiaktu. Johnny Ganelli. Chad Anastasio. Damani Greer. William Phillips. Earl Jackson. Zenalk Lemuni. Zenalk. That was the mushroom thing, right?
Yeah, probably.
Yeah.
Sounds like it.
Yeah, I believe so.
Rodan the First. Emir 1298. Patrick Smith. Igloo Life Forever. Better play to you, man. Brian Aaron Bustos. Naiku 19. Pandora's Boxcast. Oh yeah, that's a podcast that subscribed to us once and said, hey, check us out and stuff. I never did. I really should have. Whoops. Nate Orn. Spartacus Ryuo. Mwape Mulenga. Ghost 132435. Mobius TFS. Co 1111 and 1. Yeah. The McGregor. XPL Zemratsu. Mizukoken. Akane Sasusura. Dave the Colossus. Sakura and Ino Yurilov. Draconic Kaiser. Joseph Maldonado. Cheyenne 1989, DL Richard 710. Oh, sorry. DL Richard 0710. Arabic. I don't know how to read that. Brian Goldstein, Andras Vajda, Jordan Leitner, Nirmal Gunarwadena, Roy Ryu, Master Gamer 98007, Caps with a Z, Tyson McKinley, QB Slave, the fuck, Bladefly 18, Chicago Customs. Okay. Does that mean, like, you know, TSA, or does that mean, like, customs as in custom cars?
Either or. You can't miss.
Luke Wilson, Antoine Twelveful, Joseph Riley, James Hughes, Spin the Master. Hey, it's Spin a Mast. Joshua Cornier, Epuslow. Hang on. Epuslow. I don't know how to pronounce that. Lunexion, Gorgonfish, Geostone 2, Ethan Jake SV, Master 157, Thunderbase TV, Savage Taco, Jaron Scotland, Sam Gardner, Nurchis. You know who I haven't seen in this list so far? Scott Duckworth.
What?
Oh no.
You got plenty of lists to go, probably. So
I do, actually. Weak Heel, PJ Anthony, Daraku 989, Naruto Master Sage 4040, Ambria Anderson, Too Big D. I don't even need to comment. I don't. Derp Herp, John Caulfield, Juan Gomez, Hallowed Thoughts.
I'll be off camera for a minute.
Okay. Nicotron 1, King of Zero X, Zero, fucking took a while, didn't you? Purple B Dragon 01, Tyree Wilson Williams, Ab X. Ken, you need to meet this guy. He might be able to help you out.
Kiss my ass. Zero, why are you wearing all that shit on your head? Is that Abraham Lincoln?
Moving on. Insert typical username here. Lisa60405, Sunset Guardian, Gamer Guy 09, Derek 95, James Vanitas, Patrick Charlier, Kira Dresden, Chicken Lego, John Pedernera, Jack Mygon, Deadliest Beef, Stephen Clayton, God of Lasers.
Oh yeah, God of Lasers.
Oh yeah, God of Lasers, my apologies. Onien Deathwing's Waifu, Plasma Dawn, Emmanuel Madrid, Albs Shaw, Michael Ross, Justin Foster, Nicholas Lang, Sakonen Force 13003, Jonathan Pedernera. Didn't I read that one already? I don't know. Andreas FR1, Donny Ecstasy, K, River Hydra, Tierson W, Mushroom Toad, Joe Beetle, Alex Noha, William Anderson, Sir William Berger, Callum J202, Jennifer Trammell, Annie Andromeda, JL Spacey, Trenton Scott, Time Kitsune, Hamid Yonis, Big Rita Pike, the Stormtrooper with aim. Like,
It's pretty good.
you're lying, but, you know, it's fine. Tomu Akuma, Gab Zumudio, Michael Lola, Zero's Wrath, there it is. Yeah. Cool Connor 995, Caitlin Reva, Devin Kalasmai, Naruhina Shipper Forever, Slicer. Did you sign on this channel twice?
No.
I actually subscribed way earlier, but I think I ended up resubscribing later. So
Vengeful Sinner, John Fulp, Ian Ortiz, Richard Blevins, Freya Sonata, James Genki, Kilimanjaro Tarzania, Cura, okay, Reiki Trenker, Val Stumped, Matt Riley, UFJ08, Xfinity Legends, OO Lurker OO, Flood Talon, Jesse Klassen, James Genki, Christian Smith, Mills65, Kevin Lee, Noah Colson, 6123 Good Guy, Henry Callio, Tylertron S, yay, Tylertron,
Yeah.
Chris Dallins, Hate Hing, okay, Kevin DeGuyen,
All right.
Bercia, and KKLJJ58.
Oh my God.
That took a while.
We have so many fans. It's awesome.
Yeah, we won't be able to do that next year, I don't think.
the
I don't
stuff
know.
I was doing while you were reading that was just great.
It would have been if it had been on camera, but it wasn't because I was reading the list.
Yeah, but
I'm
it
pretty
was,
sure the audience can see the stuff on the bottom right.
yeah, they can
So
see me in the bottom corner.
1 second.
That's enough.
I'll check it later. It's fine. Okay. What's next on the docket?
We got
I
questions.
have to go in 3 minutes. So,
Okay.
I mean, and I'm pushing it already. So maybe, like, get to the questions real quick.
All right, question. Rita asks what our favorite mythology is. I'm going to go out there and say, although I am partial to Greek, because I like it, I know I'm familiar with it, I'm going to say Norse. Because Norse is the most metal mythology you could possibly ever have.
Yeah, I'll go with Norse. Sounds good. It's either Greek or Norse, one of the two.
Yeah, Norse, because, I mean, their gods may be warmongering dicks, but at least they're honest about it.
Yeah.
Excuse me. Japanese is pretty good too.
I don't know enough about Japanese mythology to bring it up.
Neither
Let's
do I,
see.
to be honest. My throat closed up for no reason. That's why I was completely silent during that.
Neil Nandu said, also
haven't
mentioned in the
answered
reply.
yet. Asshole.
Okay. Okay. Answer, please.
Not that I actually have an answer because I don't know, but I'd probably say Rome.
So- okay. I haven't answered yet. Not that I actually have an answer. Let's see. Let's see. Neil Nandu was saying that Crossy Cross posted the summary for nerve damage. His fate to stay fic with the Napoleon versus Gilgamesh fight. Link to the page of the summary. Could you give your thoughts on it?
Of the fact that he posted it, of the what he posted.
Yeah, I don't get what exactly you want from me there.
The story is confirmed dead at this point, so I appreciate that he posted that. That's very nice to do.
He also asked any ideas on how to write and create a spy character who is working for more than one side and is trying to not get caught.
Okay.
Kenji did Kabuto pretty well.
I think that could do with being a topic, really. Ken's just fixing his hair, it looks like. We could probably do a topic on a double agent character. That could be a
Sure.
topic in a future episode.
Yeah, we can do a topic on that later on.
Yeah.
Let's see. Those are the only two questions from 99. 98 had people...
I think
Let's
we
see.
answered the ones from 98, to be honest.
Yeah, I just want to see if anybody asks to do anything else on the 100 episode experience. Because this is an experience, I tell you.
I just want to say, if I'm not answering comments, that's because I'm not actually getting emails.
Oh
or
yeah,
comments anymore.
oh yeah. 2121XX want us to try to make it through all the way through My Immortal without laughing.
Oh,
We
yeah.
don't have time for that.
How long have we been going? Do you know?
Over
Probably
2 hours.
2 hours in.
Really? Holy crap.
I'll try to read My Immortal right now. How about that?
Or we could save it for next week.
Let's save that
Let's
for
save
next.
it for next week. We'll skip the
That could be
reading
our-
thing this week.
That could be our
Yeah.
dramatic reading for next week.
It's gonna be fun. I'm looking forward to that actually. Mainly because I want to hear everybody else cry in pain. Anyways, that is about it for questions.
Okay. So next I guess we're on recommendations. I don't have anything prepared. Well, I might, but I can't really pull it up while I'm recording. So I'm going to say no for this week and just leave it for next week. Anyone got anything?
I haven't
Um,
been doing that for 2 weeks, so
That manga I mentioned before, people, you should just give that a look because it's really interesting, the dynamic between the characters, and it gets kind of into a weird sort of philosophy type thing, but I found it to be an entertaining read, at least for my sleep-deprived mind.
Okay. Anyone else got anything?
yeah, haven't had internet for 2 weeks, so
Lisa, you got anything?
I've been too busy to read.
Fair play. So I guess that's pretty much it. Fair enough. I think that's the episode. So I would like to thank everybody for listening to the Fandom Flux Podcast episode 9. No, we're not on 90s anymore, are we? We are at
come on, man.
Episode 1,
So I would
0. That's 2 of me.
Now it can be
And it's
syndicated.
I know I
It's
forget
listening
every
and watching
episode,
now too.
but it is a feat in itself to forget the number when we're recording episode 100, and it's on camera because it's episode 100.
Are you proud of your failure?
No, I'm not, but I find it hilarious. I would like to thank everybody for listening to the Fandom Flux Podcast episode 100. I'm going to rephrase that for a third time. I would like to thank everybody for watching the Fandom Flux
There you
Podcast
go.
episode 100. There we go, right? See, that's a good thing. That's awesome. Anyway,
Whatever.
I like my ring. It's great. If you'd like to get in touch with us, you can do so through the YouTube channel through the comments. If you'd like to donate on Patreon, we would very much appreciate it. We do have a few reward options available. They are not... I would like to say that I don't really want people to donate just so that they can get the reward. I'd like it to be maybe a little bit at least, because they like what we do and they want to support us a little bit.
Yeah.
But,
Yeah.
you know, if you feel inclined, please do so. We would very much appreciate it. Once again, I'd like to thank everybody for watching the Fandom Flux Podcast episode 100. We will be back next week. We might have a go of doing this again on video. We'll see what happens. Don't quote me on that. And once again, the Blogspot page is gone, so don't bother with that. It won't be gone, but we won't be updating it anymore after this episode. So
Yeah.
Right. Bye then.
Mustache,
Bye,
mustache, 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 mustache.
I'm not switching the camera to you. So.
You don't need to. It's
He
fine.
hurt himself for nothing just now.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
kind of sad.
I'm kind of okay with that. Bye, guys.